What up, YouTube? It's your man, Beefy Big Guns, baby. We out here. Whoo! Breathe it in. Breathe it in. I got frost coming tonight. It's like October or something. That means you got to get all the vegetables out of the garden. And it's got to happen right now. So I'm going to pick tomatillos and we're going to make some salsa. I couldn't have gotten them all. Here you go. Should have got that on camera. Little dummy. Here's a good one. I usually miss them close. There's a good one. The tomatillos. I mean, I haven't even tried with the tomatillos in a while because they are never ending. I couldn't believe how big these plants got. I guarantee after they got over the top of the cages, they sprawled like 7-8 feet, some of them, as the, it's like the vine is crawling over the top of tomato plants and stuff. It's like, what is going on here? We're going to have tomatillos in the garden forever because we had them just dropping and getting rotten on the dirt. So we're never going to get rid of tomatillos now. They're just going to be little babies coming out of everywhere next year. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the butt. But to get my revenge, I went out and did a big final pick on them things, and there is a lot of them. Got peppers, got tomatillos. Let's make some salsa. Let's go. All right, squad. What we got going right now is salsa and tomatillos. I shucked tomatillos for about an hour. It sucked. It was a lot of them. Look at all the salsa we're going to have. Whoops. Not cool to lose the utensil in there, but it's okay. So anyway, that is just under 9 quarts of tomatillos in there right now already. Tomatillos are one of those things where green salsa is definitely the way to go. It's all I've been making is mild salsas, and I'm sick of that. This one's going to get fired up, and I'm going to call it Mean Joe Green. We're going to try to keep the color as green as possible, so it's green salsa, but I'm heating it up. I'm throwing in green serranos. I got some onions I'm going to throw in right now, just, to make salsa. We're going to try to keep the red out of it, although I'm probably going to throw a habanero or two in there. But this is going to be some Mean Joe Green. This is going to be an aggressively spicy, hot green salsa. And I'm excited for it. I haven't made a salsa like this all year. And we're gonna today. So far in there, I got a little extra water, a whole bunch of tomatillos, and some white vinegar. The onions are in now. We'll let those continue to simmer off. I'll throw in some green peppers just to add a little bit of variety in the capsicum flow of the whole thing. It's gonna get spicy after that. Yep. Alright fam, I got a whole big plate of peppers from the gardens. The long green ones are Anaheim's. The little yellow ones are Hungarian wax. None of those are very mean yet, but I'm just showing you everything I'm putting in. So I'm going to throw in an arbitrary amount of garlic cloves. In this case it's 9. And I'm going to throw in a bunch of the cilantro that we harvested before it frosted from outside in the garden. We don't do as many herbs as we'd like to. Look for more of that next year. Cilantro leaves and stem going in. It smells great already. What do we got going? We got about the mid-20s worth of little serranos. Woo-wee! Wow. They're not, wow. Boy. Not as hot as any of the stuff from the Chili Drugs episode. If you haven't seen that one, check that out. It's great. See your man in pain. Whew, they're hot still. 25 serranos, 4 jalapenos, 4 habaneros, all off of our plants from outside. Final harvest before the frost hit. Send them. That's gonna be spicy. So we had to get some of the water off of this thing, so it's been simmering for a while now. It's down to about 7.5 quarts, so we're, you know, fifth of the way down on the volume. I tasted it for the first time. It needed a few things. We're not gonna call this thing Mean Joe if we don't crank up the heat. It's too thin, it needs salt, and it needs pepper, and it needs heat. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and rip a bunch of those hot black pepper chilies in there. I hope it doesn't take away the green color. That's what I'm worried about with these. But I want this heat in there. I want that exact kick to come through on this thing. Hit it with the immersion blender about 2 hours ago. So, yeah, we're still making salsa. That first night, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, most notably blowing off the steam and getting it reduced down to where it was like the consistency that I wanted. It was too loose. So we put it in the fridge for a couple days, and now we're back at it here. All that's really happened since I threw in the hot red peppers is that I added some salt and pepper. The flavors come up dramatically. It got very spicy with those red peppers in there. It turned it brown, which I don't know. It is what it is. I don't hate brown salsas. It's very good. It's spicy now. So it's exactly what we were going for. We're pressure canning. As you can see right there. Miss is putting the lids on right now. You got to run the temperature high to get the pressure up, but then you got to really dial her back down. I actually temper the heat reduction. Once it gets up really close, I start bringing how fast it comes over to up to the 10 pounds, and then by the time I swing it all the way back down, it doesn't have to. It's not full, still going full blast, and that residual heat's not on it. Keep it real accurate like that. Alright, let's face hit this thing. It's still kind of green. It's also kind of brown. Face hit, here we go. So that's come down to room temperature. Woo! That got zippy. That's exactly what we were going for. It's not my favorite kind of heat. It's like that black peppery for the... It's pretty hot. It's good. It's that red pepper. It's that red pepper coming through. And then it got way more vinegary. I put a lot of vinegar in the beginning, and I couldn't taste it when all the water volume was in there. But as it came down, I can really taste the vinegar in there. And I like how acidic it is. I do like a salsa that like cuts, that like cuts through. I mean, I consider it a win. It's, you know, it's not my favorite salsa I've ever made. I consider it a win. Salsa, spicy version. Put in the end of the year garden, tomatillo haul use. We out here. Catch you on the next one.